beautiful people, how are you? Happy day one of our 14-day immersion of radical self-love. I'm so excited to have you all here. It's the middle of the day, so probably people are working, but I'm just going to do a video while I have some space. And yeah, I just wanted to tap in and see how you're all going, if you're feeling excited or a little bit scared, or maybe a little bit nervous. I'm all of the above, but day one is one of my favorite days because it really sets the foundation for the next 13 days that we're going to go through. And day one is all about our daily ritual, our morning routine. And I just wanted to share with you a little bit about my journey around my morning routine and the rituals I have in place throughout my day to keep me in a really, really centered space, as well as being able to give from the overflow. So a little bit about my morning routine is I actually wake up quite early. I wake up at 5:30 and I get up, I go to the bathroom, and then I have a little bit of a cleansing routine, which is oil pulling and tongue cleaning and a few little things like that to get rid of any toxins in my body to start the day. I then have a fresh lemon, doTERRA lemon and apple cider vinegar water, warm water, just to get my digestive system flowing. I then have a shot of kombucha, and then I have another glass of water as well. And then I head down to wherever I want to exercise, and I go and do some type of exercise for the morning. That's usually about 6. And I run, I walk, I do body weight, I dance, I stretch, I just do whatever feels good for me in that day. And then after I've finished whatever exercise I'm doing, I actually sit down with a journal. I've made a pre-made cup of tea. So whether it's a herbal tea or I make a cacao or a red velvet latte or whatever it is that I've got made in my little flask, and I take that down and I'm down by the river and I express my gratitude. I speak out loud what I'm grateful for that moment or that day. I usually do about 5 or so of those, and then I can journal some down as well. And then I make space to journal whatever else is coming through me. I sit still, I make space. Sometimes I meditate, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just need to sit within my own being, and I just express and share down on paper whatever's coming through, whether that be, perceived positive or negative, but I just release anything from myself. This is something that I actually do struggle with, but for the first couple of hours of my day, I'm working at not actually checking my phone. So not popping the internet on, nothing. If you've got playlists on Spotify that you want to walk with or run with or exercise with, download them and don't have them that you turn on your internet. Or your emails or your Facebook or your Instagram, because I feel like that's such a pattern that we have, that we're constantly checking our phones for all these things. But when we're constantly getting distracted by all these things, we're not actually doing what's right for us in that moment. So I've found that when I make the first couple of hours of my day, even if it's just half an hour, even if I have a lot going on, even if I'm going away for the weekend, if I can make half an hour of doing a couple of these things, but it always has the basis of the cleansing, lots of water to start the day, then the exercise, stillness, writing, gratitude is my main part of the day, and a nice cup of tea where I can just sit with it. So that's kind of the basis start of my day. And then I come home, I have brekkie, and I get ready and chat to whoever I need to, and I try not to turn on or reply to anything until after 8. 8:30 I'm trying for at the moment, because I've realized the morning is so sacred and it sets the intention for my whole day. So it's something that I've been on and off with for years, and the last 2 months in particular, I really realized that I wasn't at my fullest potential due to nothing being consistent. So this is something I feel is really important to be consistent at. And as I said in the post earlier, if you can do this for a whole month, like I just did it for all of January, I felt incredible. I felt amazing. My days like they were just flowing so much simpler. I could give to people and I didn't feel like almost like, oh, I've got to give to another person. It was just this beautiful space where I was like, I've had my time for the day. I've had my space to fill my own cup up with what I need. And this is going to look different for everybody. So, you know, you may only have half an hour. So do whatever you can in that half an hour that makes you feel good. It may be sitting outside for the whole half an hour drinking your morning coffee, you know, but make it so sacred, not distracted by phones, not distracted by kids if you can help it. But get up half an hour earlier than the kids do if that's what you need to do. But make that time for you is super, super important. But the consistency of this is very important too. So what I kind of base my routine around is like pillars. So pillars of what you want your health to be like. Gratitude is massive, and one of the days is actually going to be based on gratitude for over these 14 days, but just little things that you can get in place. And once you have a few more of the days, once we get going over these next 2 weeks, you'll be able to pick and choose what you want and what works for you and what doesn't, and what you want to incorporate in. So that's kind of what I found really important. Over the last couple of months, I really reflected on when did I feel the best in my life, and when did I feel like work and business was just thriving. I was thriving. I felt the healthiest and fittest I've been. When was that? And I realized I tapped in, and I knew it was before I moved to London, and I was consistently exercising, not flogging myself, but exercising really well. I was just daily doing these practices, and I tuned in the other day and it was like, you know, most people think these things are mundane, like these are the daily tasks. But what if you can make those daily tasks incredible? What if you can make them feel amazing? Because these are the days that we live. These are the days that this is your life. This is how you choose to live. So you can either choose to be like, oh, that's really, oh, another day, oh, that's really boring, and not bound out of bed. Or you can go, yes, I've got an hour for me. I've got an hour to make time for myself, to tune in, to tap in, and to turn on whatever you need to bring forth to the world that day. So I love that. I really, really do. And yeah, I noticed that everything was just in abundance, as in everything was just flowing to me. Whatever I needed, it was flocking to me when I was in this consistent routine. And since moving back from London, I haven't been consistent with a lot of it. It's been on and off, and I've noticed how I've done it, and it's been a flow, and it's still like that. But the last 2 months I've been really consistent, and it's just completely transformed again, and I feel incredible. My days just have this beautiful intention. So that's the other thing I do down by the river, is after I've done my gratitude, I actually set an intention for the day. I take my oils down, I smell oils, and I stretch, and I just, you know, even just grounding yourself in the earth of a morning, that's something that's really powerful for me. And they're all only little things. Like, they seem so basic, but 99% of people don't do them daily. Like, they might do 2 days, and then the next week they do a couple more, or they go for 2 weeks and it gets too hard. So like, start with what works for you. Start with, if you've got half an hour and you can express some gratitude and have a cup of tea and write your intention, just do that. Just do that for 30 days and see how you feel. It's really remarkable how making that space for that time for you completely transforms just the love for self, because you are making the time. Because you are your number one priority. Nobody else is going to make that time for you, regardless of whether you've got a partner, whether you've got parents to look after, whether you've got kids, whatever. There's always going to be something. Always. There's always something. But if you can, as I said, even make 10 minutes that you start your day without your phone. The phone thing is really important, because there's so many distractions on your phone, because you're watching. Like, we could watch videos all day. Well, you're watching a video when you watch this later, but you can watch videos all day of other people. But if you're not actually putting the action in place, then it's not going to work for you. So after you've watched this video and had a read of the post earlier, I would love, love, love to hear what morning routine or daily ritual you would like to do for you, because it really does transform the start of your day as it flows through. I also have an evening routine as well. I I like to dry body brush every evening, have a nice shower. Oh, I have a shower every morning too. I like to do a hot cold shower. That's really cool. I can share more about that if you would like. But I can share that in tomorrow's video anyway. But yeah, and I draw an angel card every night. I do that every morning too. I just have these really simple tasks that I do that just set the intention. And same for my sleep. Like I have a sleep routine that, and people are like, oh, routines. Routines are like the pinnacle of just everything manifesting and coming into your life. If you can consistently do anything, it's just like when you're training for something. It's just like if you can train yourself every day to draw a card and for you to tune into that card, or if you can do that to write a page in your journal every single night before you go to sleep so you're not going to bed with a cluttered mind. So if you can't do mornings, do an evening ritual. I do find mornings really powerful because they do set the intention for our whole day, but yeah, really tune in to what that is. And I like to incorporate some certain pillars into that. So, you know, you might have certain pillars every day that you want to work on finance. So every day you put a couple of dollars in a jar. And you know, by the end of the week, you've got $14 if you put $2 in a day. And, you know, that's consistency. That builds actually relatively quickly because you don't notice it. So it's the little things that you don't notice. It could be about intimate relationships. You might want to be able to spend some more time with your partner as well, but it could be friends and family. You want to do something every week. It could be that you want to have a green smoothie every day. Like I do that every day because it makes me feel good. Like, so what feels good for you? How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel every single day when you wake up? Do you want to feel inspired and joyful and happy and loved and aligned? Or do you want to feel tired or in lack or like it's a drag or angry or flat? So see, the difference in energy is a real basis on your mindset, but by setting that time aside, it really supports your mindset in being consistent at feeling good. Because life's all about feeling good. You know, we're gonna dive into some of the other side of things too, but if you can consistently make choices, small choices that may seem mundane, every single day that actually make you feel good. And as I said, it's going to be different for everyone. Feeling good for someone may not be, you know, going for a run every morning. And that's okay because it's what feels good for you. So I find exercise is a really important part of a morning. I usually, being on my feet all day in my job, I find it really... I'm tired by the end of the day. I'm on my feet all day. So I'm finding exercising of a morning on my own is my own space, and it also sets up for a really productive day. And then of a night, I play a couple of team sports 2 nights a week, but the other nights, if I don't feel like exercising, I know I've already moved my body for that day. So that's really exciting. But yeah, so daily routines. I would love to see if anybody has a daily routine already or any time they make for themselves. Or if not, what you are planning to set in place for the next 28 days. February is an awesome month because it's 28 days, so it's 4 weeks. So imagine if you can implement a couple of things every morning, and then next month in March, add something else onto the things you've already set for this month. Imagine how much that can transform in just a month or 2 months. So I hope you found today's ritual really fun, and I really hope that you answer some deeper questions about yourself and dive into why you maybe haven't created that before. And I just want you to know that you are worthy of feeling the very best you want to feel, that you are so loved for who you are. And I'm so grateful to have you here in this space with me. So please share with me your heart and some intentions for the next 28 days of how you can every day bring that radical self-love into the moments to start your day. So enjoy your afternoon, and I will see you soon. Bye.